It's been Agatha all along. Hello my friends, welcome back to my channel. I am Jess. I was very fortunate enough this week to go to the LA premiere of Agatha All Along. Thank you so much to Disney and Marvel Studios for having me, and for the lovely Crescent Shay for letting me tag along as her +1. And they blessed us with the first 3 episodes of the series. At the time I'm filming this, the show is gonna come out tonight. It's technically still like 4 hours until the episodes actually drop, but I need to get these thoughts out. We gotta talk about it. Let me get settled in here. I think this show picks up from Westview in such an amazing way. I was not expecting Agatha's perspective of Wanda's spell to still be her in the sitcom. I just kind of thought that she was stuck in this different personality of herself. So when the first episode started as like a crime show, I was shook to my core. Like, I was like, this is so creative and cool. It was so fun to kind of throw a little taste of WandaVision back at the fans, you know? So already right off the bat, I knew this show was like so perfectly well made. You can see how much love continued from the WandaVision series into this. I also feel like Kathryn Hahn really fleshed out the character of Agatha in this show. Like in WandaVision, she was kind of playing along with Wanda's reality, so we only kind of saw her as the nosy neighbor. So it was really cool to see Kathryn kind of expand on Agatha's storyline and her characterization and make her into like her own character, you know? We got like a little taste of that in WandaVision, but not a super ton. So it was really cool to see like a designated show just for her for that reason. I also love that she like does not care about anything that's going on. She's just like, don't talk to me. I'm mad that I was under this spell. I hate everybody. When Aubrey Plaza's character showed up and was like, if I'm not gonna kill you, then the Salem 7 are coming for you. And she was just like, okay, like, nah, she was a little scared, but like in a nonchalant way. I love Teen's character. I think he's so fun. I have a whole theory on Teen. I'm gonna come back to it, but I want to continue talking about the first couple episodes first. Also, I love the concept of Agatha forming this coven and having to like find everybody in Westview to join her little coven and everything, and how their real life jobs reflect what their actual like witchcraft is. Like the beauty products being kind of a head nod to like potions and future telling and the fortune telling. That was kind of more spot on, but I don't know, like it's just such a creative show. And I'm also really glad that the horror elements so far kind of match that of Multiverse of Madness. I'm not a huge like horror person. To see that the horror was a little bit chiller made me more comfortable watching the show, if that makes sense. Because I was a little bit stressed about that when I started seeing the promo and it was very horror-esque. I need the Ballad of the Witch's Road to be in my arm in an IV. I've been listening to the D23 performance of that the whole morning while I've been working, and it's just like phenomenal. Okay, but what I really want to talk about, Teen. I talk about this sometimes. I don't know if you guys on YouTube know this. I so deeply love the Young Avengers. Like the original run of that comic storyline is one of my favorite comic runs ever. I think they're so fun and cute. They're my little babies. I adore them. So after the Marvels and that end credit scene with Kamala and Kate when they kind of like teased that we might be getting the Young Avengers, I have not been able to stop thinking about it. I'm so excited for it. Which brings us back to Teen. I feel like everyone's kind of been talking about this, so if you're a comic reader, you might have seen all of this online. If you're not a comic reader, if you want to be like completely surprised and not have any knowledge of like what happened in the comics for this show, maybe scroll away because this might be what happens. I don't know. This is my fan theory. So my theory, and the theory that I think a lot of people have right now, is that Teen is Billy, Wanda's kid. And you're probably thinking, Jess, that makes no sense because Billy and Tommy were just a figment of Wanda's imagination. They don't actually exist. But wait, hold on. I was ranting about this to Shay last night and she was just like, okay. The history of Billy and Tommy in the comics is really complicated and confusing. I'm gonna try my best to explain it, kind of, sort of. But for a better explanation, I'm gonna tag this video that I showed Shay last night when I was trying to explain this to her. So in the 1970s Vision and the Scarlet Witch comics, which were kind of the comics that WandaVision were based off, Billy and Tommy, like in the show, were figments of Wanda's imagination. But there's a whole other plot that happens like right before the Young Avengers where, long story short, like Mephisto, this evil being, his soul gets split into 2 and reincarnates Billy and Tommy so that they are real existent people and they're not just figments of Wanda's imagination. And then also there's this whole other plot where Wanda does not remember Billy and Tommy because Agatha wipes her memory so that she doesn't remember how traumatic it was to like realize that her children aren't real. Agatha is Wanda's mentor in the comics at this point. It's very confusing and very weird, but basically Billy and Tommy are reincarnated as Billy and Tommy, but they are born and raised by different parents, and they don't remember that Wanda and Vision are their actual parents. They grow up in a different life and have like different family ties. And just like in WandaVision, Billy kind of has powers that matches Wanda, and Tommy has speedster qualities like Quicksilver. Super long story short, Billy ends up finding Tommy when they're trying to recruit more Young Avengers, and they're like, whoa, we look alike, that's so weird. Anyway, and then it's confirmed to them by another worldly being that Wanda and Vision were actually their parents. And the MCU does this cool thing where they kind of take things from the comics but kind of make their own spin on it, so I could see them doing a version of that, but making it a tiny bit different for Agatha, if you know what I mean. But I am convinced that Billy is teen. I'm so sorry, I know they want us to believe that Wanda is dead after Multiverse of Madness, but as Taylor Swift once said, no body, no crime. I don't believe it until I see it. And no, the body in the first episode of Wanda does not equate to that, okay? That was a figment of Agatha's imagination. I think what probably is going to happen is Billy really wants to go on this quest down the Witch's Road to kind of gain his powers. So I think that's how he's gonna get his powers and stuff. But I think while he's on the Witch's Road, he'll discover more about himself and realize that like Wanda was his mother. I don't know, that's just what I think right now. Obviously it's like subject to change as we get more episodes and we learn more about the characters and the plot and everything. But that's what makes it so fun, is like the mystery of it all, you know? And I think too, like rather than having Agatha as Wanda's mentor like they did in the comics, like I can see them continuing the mentor role of having Agatha as Billy's mentor. But I don't think it's going to be revealed to us until like the very end, when they get to the end of the Witch's Road. I'm really excited to see where the rest of the episode takes us. Once episode 3 comes out, I'll probably do another video talking about my thoughts on that. But that's kind of the theory that I have going right now, and my thoughts on the plot and everything that's been happening. It's so much fun. Oh, it's just the season of the witch, guys. It's the season of the witch. Every second that goes by having since seen this show makes me want to cosplay Agatha even more so bad. I'm also going to Oogie Boogie Bash next week. I'm super excited to meet and talk with Agatha. It's gonna be so much fun. I'll probably film a vlog of that too, so you guys can stay tuned and I'll show you what the experience is like during that. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know what you thought of the first 2 episodes of Agatha in the comments. I would love to chat with you guys about it. This is such a fun one. I feel like we're gonna be back in kind of our WandaVision era of like trying to figure out what's going on, and that's so exciting because that was my favorite part of WandaVision. All the fan theories are so fun. If you like this video and you're looking for more or want to hear my thoughts on future episodes, be sure to like and subscribe below. And if you want more Crazy Jess fun vibes and adventures, you can follow me on my other socials here. I'm on TikTok, Instagram, and Snapchat. It's all fun over there. And as always, a huge big thank you to my 2 subscribers, Challenger Girl and Marvel Freak 247. You guys absolutely rock. Channel members get early access to videos like this one, behind the scenes and never before seen photos, and they get a special little badge next to their name just showing that they subscribe. If that's something you're interested in, I have a couple tiers listed at the membership button below as well. That is it for now. I will see you all next time. Bye!